Week 4 of the high school football season finds TV2 Sports at Crater Stadium in Dover as the Tornadoes host the Akron East Dragons. I'm Scott Robinson along with Jay Yonders. And Jay, Akron East, a ground-based attack. The Tornadoes try to strike through the air.
You know, it's going to be a real challenge tonight for the Tornadoes because of that ground-based attack. Akron East coming off of a big win last week against North Canton Hoover. These two teams met up last year, and Dover came out on the winning end, 28-20. But the Dragons recovered enough to not only make the playoffs, but win the first round of the playoffs before getting knocked off in the second rounds, and that was the first time they were ever able to make the playoffs. So they're looking to do that again this year, and you know they're going to be a huge challenge for the Tornadoes tonight.
All right, we'll come back. We'll talk to Dover head coach Dan Ift in a moment, so stay with us here on the Your Pizza Shop Coach's Corner Show on TV2 Sports.
Omni Orthopedics comprehensive programs provide early diagnosis and successful treatment for every musculoskeletal problem. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. From evaluation to rehabilitation, your treatment plan is designed around your needs. Omni Orthopedics specializes in sports medicine, the spine, physical medicine and rehabilitation, foot and ankle, and hand surgery. If pain makes activities like climbing stairs, standing or walking a challenge, turn to the home team at Omni Orthopedics. Their mission is to provide you with the highest quality and most advanced orthopedic services so you can get back in the game. Located in the Oxford Medical Arts Building, Omni offers a full-service facility including digital x-ray and physical therapy. So there's no need to travel when quality care is so close to home. Omni Orthopedics, setting the standard in orthopedic care.
I think the hands-on aspect is going to give you an opportunity to explore, find out what you're good at, what you like, and you're not going to have mountains of debt. What you're going to have is a marketable skill that even if you don't love it, you can use that to pay to go on to college and get that degree. And we've got a number of students that do that. They're very mature. I think we're a great hands-on exploration base.
Students choose Kent State University at Tuscarawas because of our academic excellence, dedicated faculty, and affordable tuition. Our bachelor's and associate degrees will prepare you for careers including nursing, computer animation, or veterinary technology. Kent State Tuscarawas offers a dynamic campus with state-of-the-art facilities, exceptional student services, and a welcoming environment. Call or visit us online to register for classes and find out more about Kent State Tuscarawas.
Grace Lutheran Church is located on the square in downtown Dover. Worship services on Sunday mornings are at 8 and 10:30, with Sunday school for all ages at 9:15. Reverend Donald Rice Jr. is senior pastor. Grace Lutheran is knowing Jesus through a variety of Bible studies and other learning opportunities. Grace Lutheran is showing Jesus through its grocery bag ministry and other outreach programs. Join us in knowing Jesus and showing Jesus at Grace Lutheran Church in downtown Dover. All are welcome.
Back on the Your Pizza Shop Coach's Corner Show with head coach Dan Ift of the Dover Tornadoes. Coach, a little bit different than the last time we were here. You had Cleveland JFK. Tonight it's a completely different story with Akron East, what's been a perennial playoff team over the last couple of years.
Yeah, they're real good, Scott. A lot of skill, very well coached, big size, a lot of athletes on the field at all times, and they play very hard.
Last week they ran in the neighborhood of 400 yards on the ground. I assume you've been working hard on that rushing defense here this week.
Well, we have to do well against the run. If we don't do well against the run, it could be a long night as well. They're a very physical football team. They've got very physical running backs. We've got a gang tackle. I don't know if there's be a whole lot of times we'll be able to take them down, maybe one-on-one, but 2-on-1, 3-on-1, I think we can get that job done, but we're going to have to do that this evening.
Put a lot of points on the board. Your air attack's been working pretty well.
It has. We didn't protect as well as we normally do last week. We had a couple little breakdowns. Again, we've been mixing guys in and out with the injuries. That's the other thing that's going to be pivotal this evening, Scott. We have to protect our quarterback. If we can protect our quarterback, this is going to be a great football game.
Okay, yeah, got to ask about Dre Hess. What's his status?
He's not going to go this evening. He's doing really well. The hamstring injury is not what it was in the spring, so it's possible we could have him back by Monday, but if not, we won't rush him.
All right, well, good luck tonight.
Thank you much.
Head coach Dan Ift of the Dover Tornadoes. That's been the Your Pizza Shop Coach's Corner Show. We'll come back with more pregame activities in a moment right here on TV2 Sports.
We do mufflers, we do tires. Want the best pricing in town? Come see Alan at Allen's Mufflers and Tires, located at 238 Trenton Avenue in Uricksville. Or give them a call today at 740-922-3010.
Well, I woke up to the sound of silence and cars. We're cutting like knives in a fist fight. And I found you with a tear in your eye, your head in the curtains and heart like the 4th of July.
You swore and said we are not shining stars. This I know. I never said we are. If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground. Carry on. Carry on, carry on. We are shining stars. Carry on, carry on. We are who we are.
For over 35 years, MEB Systems Incorporated has served Northeast and Central Ohio, as well as the surrounding areas, with a commitment to the highest quality workmanship and integrity. We appreciate your interest and look forward to earning your trust, friendship, and business. MEB Systems has the experience and expertise to get the job done right the first time. Our experienced and trained professionals use only the finest tools and materials to install and repair flat and metal roofs. We guarantee our work and always strive to exceed our customers' expectations. MEB Systems Incorporated, specializing in commercial and industrial roofing.
Are you recovering from orthopedic surgery, experiencing low back pain, or pain resulting from an injury? If so, choose Trinity Hospital Twin Cities Rehab Center. Their experienced team of physical therapists provide personalized care to help you return to normal activities as soon as possible. Choose the Trinity Hospital Twin City Rehab Center at Denison. Call 740-922-6675 for more information. Myers & Miller Podiatry provides complete foot and ankle care to patients of all ages. The practice was established in 2000 by Dr. Adam Myers and has grown to include Dr. Andy Miller in 2007, Dr. Jason Bakich in 2010, and most recently Dr. Kristen Henry in 2015. Our core values of respect and honesty are the basis for how we manage our practice, and we continue to grow by building relationships with our patients in order to better serve their needs. Myers & Miller Podiatry serves Tuscarawas and Holmes counties with offices in Dover, Sugar Creek, Newcomerstown, Millersburg, and our newest location in Uricksville. Let's get started with building our relationship.
We're back at Crater Stadium as part of our pregame coverage here for our game between the Dover Tornadoes and the Akron East Dragons. Scott Robinson and Jay Yonders with you. And as always, we'd like to talk a little bit about the game. And Jay, we heard from Coach Ift earlier, and certainly you have some thoughts on this game. What do you see as the keys?
Well, I think the biggest key for Dover tonight is how they defend the running game for the Akron East Dragons. The Dragons have been averaging nearly 340 yards a game, and so they're going to keep the ball on the ground for the most part. They will put the ball up maybe a dozen to 15 times a game, but they're going to run the football, and it's up to Dover to defend that run. Dover's given up in the last 2 weeks to both Lake and Worcester 200 yards rushing, so they're going to have to work hard to slow that run game down.
All right, so those are some of the keys to the game from our color analyst, Jay Yonders. It's time now for our injury report, brought to you by Omni Orthopedics. If you've been sidelined with an injury, Get back into the game with the home team at Omni Orthopedics. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. They're conveniently located in the Oxford Medical Building in Dover or online at omniortho.com. They love what they do, and it shows. Well, the big news for the Dover Tornadoes is Dre Hess, the wide receiver and defensive back who's been out for a couple of weeks. They may get him back next week, possibly, but they want to make sure they take care of that injury so that he's ready for some of the key games for the season. Problem is he's a senior and wants to play,
right.
So you can't argue with that. So that is our Omni Orthopedics injury report. If you've been sidelined with an injury, get back into the game with the home team at Omni Orthopedics. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. They're conveniently located in the Oxford Medical Building in Dover or online at omniortho.com. They love what they do, and it shows. Our starting lineup is brought to you by Union Hospital. They offer many beneficial programs to the community, including its very own wound healing center that treats nagging wounds that interrupt your daily life. Located on the ground floor of the hospital, the Wound Center is under the direction of Dr. Adam Myers and provides a mix of physicians, surgeons, and strategies to heal your wound, including the safe and effective hyperbaric oxygen therapy. A doctor's referral is not necessary, so call 330-365-3880 today to begin your healing. Let's take a look at our starting lineups here for the Dover Tornadoes. For the Dover Tornadoes offensively, it's Austin Ward and Mason Milburn, Timmy Smith, Brady Blair, and Riley Warner. Alex Ayers at quarterback. The running back is Braxton Ubel, and the wideouts are Kyler Folkert, Caden Folkert, Ethan Snyder, and Ian Sexton, who is replacing Dre Hess. For the Dover Tornadoes defensively, we've got Austin Ward and Zach Hawk along with Joe Brown up front. The linebackers Kyler Dickey, Colby Hay, Dayton Robin, and Mason Stutzman. And then the deep backs will be Caden Folkert, Ian Sexton, Jared Shutt, and Jackson Huttress. That is our starting lineup, brought to you by Union Hospital. They offer many beneficial programs to the community, including its very own wound healing center that treats nagging wounds that interrupt your daily life. Located on the ground floor of the hospital, the Wound Center is under the direction of Dr. Adam Myers and provides a mix of physicians, surgeons, and strategies to heal your wound. Give them a call at 330-365-3880 today to begin your healing. And while we have a chance, let's thank some of our sponsors who are helping with our broadcast, including Lauren Manufacturing. They are located at 2228 Reeser Avenue Southeast in New Philadelphia. And also Action Extreme Sports. They're located at 241 16th Street Southwest in New Philadelphia. Thank you to Lauren Manufacturing and Action Extreme Sports. So we're just about ready here for our national anthem momentarily, but what a great night for football. It's the 100th year of the Dover Tornado Marching Band, which you see on the field. And they are warming the crowd up, and the alumni band is here, so it'll be a lot of fun, I'm sure, tonight at halftime for the crowd to take a listen to many former Dover band members. It's time now to get onto the field for our national anthem, brought to you by the Buckeye Career Center. If you're an adult looking for a new career or a high school student looking for ideas on how to start yours, check out the Buckeye Career Center, who's in the business of preparing you for the fastest growing segments of today's job markets. Visit Buckeye Career Center at 545 University Drive Northeast in New Philadelphia or online at www.buckeyecareercenter.org and see the many educational opportunities that Buckeye offers. Let's go down to the field for our national anthem presented by the Dover Marching Tornado Band. And that's the national anthem brought to you by the Buckeye Career Center. If you're an adult looking for a new career or a high school student looking for ideas on how to start yours, check out Buckeye Career Center at www.buckeyecareercenter.org and see the many educational opportunities that Buckeye offers. We'll come back with our Carpenter Heating and Cooling kickoff in a moment. Stay with us right here on TV2 Sports.
Taking the area by storm, Lightning Signs and Decals specializes in custom signs, banners, and t-shirts. Also available are full business packages. Their signs feature large format graphics, channel lettering, and light boxes and custom laser cut form letters. Visit online at lightningsign.com or visit the storefront located at 224 7th Street in New Philadelphia.
Lightning Signs and Decals. We're taking the area by storm. Contact us, 330-440-3129.
Omni Orthopedics comprehensive programs provide early diagnosis and successful treatment for every musculoskeletal problem. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. From evaluation to rehabilitation, your treatment plan is designed around your needs. Omni Orthopedics specializes in sports medicine, the spine, physical medicine and rehabilitation, foot and ankle, and hand surgery. If pain makes activities like climbing stairs, standing or walking a challenge, turn to the home team at Omni Orthopedics. Their mission is to provide you with the highest quality and most advanced orthopedic services so you can get back in the game. Located in the Oxford Medical Arts Building, Omni offers a full-service facility including digital x-ray and physical therapy. So there's no need to travel when quality care is so close to home. Omni Orthopedics, setting the standard in orthopedic care.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. Our community is a great place to live. That's why McInturf Realty proudly sponsors our local high school sports. Make the call to the local real estate team that sells more homes in Tuscarawas County than any other company. See for yourself what makes McInturf Realty the #1 team in real estate. Make the call to 330-364-SOLD or 330-364-HOME.
It's a new era of emergency medical care at Union Hospital in Dover. Building on a great tradition of care and compassion, our patient care team is offering 21st century medical care in our new state-of-the-art emergency center. And while the large new rooms and patient care technology are wonderful, it's the doctors and nurses who possess the experience and skills that deliver the care and create the experience our patients expect. Quality care close to home.
The J&G Grill at 114 Front Avenue in New Philadelphia would like to say good luck to the area teams this school year. Stop in after the game for half-priced appetizers for dine-in only starting at 9 p.m. Celebrating 70 years, the J&G Grill is open 7 days a week. See them online at jnggrill.com and on Facebook.
Back at Crater Stadium in Dover as we get set here momentarily for our kickoff between Dover and Akron East. And Jay, one of the things we didn't really say much about is the fact that Akron East has had several transfers in from other schools in Akron. They've had some key players come in, including William Collier, who was, I believe, the MVP of the state championship game last year for Akron-Hoban.
That's definitely going to help a football team to get that kind of talent to transfer in. You know, Akron East had some pretty good athletes last year. Obviously, they graduated some of them, but they've got a lot of them coming back. And you combine those transfers with some of the players they had last year, and they've put together a pretty solid season thus far.
So we are just about ready to go to see the Dover Tornadoes run out of the tunnel here. Is getting fired up for this one against Akron East. Last year, the Tornadoes ended up beating Akron East, and then both teams ended up in the playoffs.
Yeah, you know, Akron East from what I understand, that was the first time they had made the playoffs, and not only did they make the playoffs, they won that first round game before getting knocked off in the second round. But at that point in the season, after Dover beat them, they were only 1-3. So obviously, the end of the season, the later stages of the season, they played some pretty good football.
So the Tornadoes come out of their inflatable helmet, ready to go here against the Akron East Dragons. And that signals we are about ready for our Carpenter Heating and Cooling kickoff. Carpenter Heating and Cooling, located at 946 Cookson Avenue Southeast in New Philadelphia. Looking for year-round comfort? You can reach them at 330-308-8550 or visit them online at www.carpentercomfort.com. So the Tornadoes ready to go. They racked up some big numbers last week. And for the season, Alex Sayre, the quarterback, 62 of 98 for 832 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Receiving, Caden Folkert, the leading receiver, 15 catches, 2 touchdowns. Dre Hess, who will not play tonight, 12 catches with 4 TDs. And some of the other players doing well, Ian Sexton in a reserve role until this week has caught 11 balls for 163 yards, averaging nearly 15 yards a catch and a score.
Well, with losing Dre Hess the last couple of weeks, they needed someone to step up, and Ian and Sexton did a fine job of that last week against Worcester.
Defensively, leading tackler for the Tornadoes is Dayton Robin. Jackson Huttress is next, followed by Austin Ward and Colby Hay. So we are just about ready to go here with our kickoff. We think between 6 and 8 of Akron East's players have been recruited and committed to D1 schools.
Well, we know 3 for sure, and we're committed to University of Akron. Deshaun Brimage, Devanier Floyd, and Ramon Fields. So right there, just 3 guys committed to a Division I school. That's pretty impressive. But when you've got more than double that, they've got some good players.
So Jack Denneher ready to kick it away for the Tornadoes here to start our football game. And that's a nice kick that is going to go all the way back into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Really nice kick by Denneher. We've talked about it before. When you've got a kicker in high school that can consistently put the ball at the goal line or in the end zone, that's a huge weapon.
So Akron East will have it on offense to start our game. Player to watch is Devanier Floyd. He is lined up in the backfield, the tailback. First down and 10. The handoff to Floyd over the left side, breaks through. Outside, one man to beat. And run out of bounds there by the Tornadoes' Ethan Snyder. And big play.
A big play by Akron East, and this is exactly what the Tornadoes have to avoid if they're going to win this football game.
So first down and 10. Out of the I formation, Ryan Collins, the quarterback, big line in front of him. A handoff this time to Collier, and Collier is stopped. Zach Hawk is in there from his nose tackle spot.
Nice job there by Hawk. They're going to get a steady diet of Floyd and Collier all night long.
Last week, Akron East rushed 47 times for 339 yards. Second down and 8 out of the I. Handoff again to Collier, this time straight ahead. Got a helmet laying on the ground there. One of the Tornadoes going to have to come out.
That was Zach Hawk that made the stop again. He's doing a good job getting a little bit of penetration.
So it'll be 3rd down and 6. See what they dial up here. They'll stay in the eye this time, though. It'll be more of a pistol formation as Collins drops back. Dover will rush 4. To the outside, it's incomplete, not really close.
No, that pass looked like it came out of the quarterback's hand a little wobbly.
It did not look confident.
No.
So 4th down. Looks like the punt team will come on. And River Collins will be the punter as Ian Sexton will drop back for the Tornadoes. And the kick, it's going to bounce at about the 10-yard line. Take a nice roll down to about the 1-yard line where the Tornadoes will have it 1st and 10.
That was a very good outcome for what could have been a disaster, because when Collins went down to field the snap, his knee was almost on the ground, and would have put the Tornadoes in very good field position to start off their first drive.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Tornadoes with 10:32 to go here in the first quarter. Scott Robinson and Jay Yonders with you from Crater Stadium in Dover. Great night for a football game, probably the best weather we've seen this season. I mean, it's a perfect night. Tornadoes come out in the run formation and the carry out across the 6-yard line as it's Kyler Folkert with the carry, and we've got a Dragon player down at about the 5-yard line. And both teams will come to the sidelines. Looked like it was a lower leg injury, but see how it turns out. That's William Collier. That is that's a key player that they just cannot lose.
No, right there. That's huge for the Dragons, as he carries a lot of that offensive load.
Looks like might be an ankle type injury possibly, but he's walking off rather gingerly with the help of a couple of trainers. So, but looks like it's coming back to life here, so we may see him. And it'll be 2nd down and 5 after the gain of 5 by the Tornadoes. They get that 3-back backfield, and Dover's going to get an easy 5 on an offsides penalty.
Yeah, it might be close enough to give them the 1st down.
At least it'll give the Tornadoes a little bit of operating room. No score here in the first quarter with 10:19 to go. A handoff over the left side, and it's Folkert again out to the 17-yard line. Another gain of 6. Tornadoes maybe surprising Akron East a little bit by staying with the running game, as we have another J&G Grill replay.
See right here, he got some good blocking on the left side of the offensive line. Had an offensive lineman leading the way.
Sayre under center. They'll stay with the running game, the power I. The handoff to Folkert again over the right side. The pile will move forward out near the 20-yard line for a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down and about 1.5 yards.
So far, the Tornadoes have been keeping the ball on the ground, trying to get themselves out of the hole that they were in.
Well, I think the Tornadoes know they have to try and mix things up a little bit maybe here against Akron East, and that's what they're doing very effectively right now. On 3rd down, Folkert the handoff. He'll be short at the 20-yard line. It'll be 4th down.
The funny thing about last year's game, between these two teams as the Tornadoes actually outrushed the Dragons by about a half dozen yards. And the Tornadoes did not throw a touchdown pass in that game either.
Alex Sayre will punt. And the Dragons will get it at their own 47. Nice return there by Deshaun Brimage, one of the University of Akron recruits. He brings it back to the 38-yard line of the Tornadoes.
Well, the Dragons, after the first set of series, has won the field position battle.
Well, how about that, though? The Tornadoes came out. When's the last time you saw them run a complete series without passing the football?
That's pretty rare for them these last few years.
They got out of a jam at their own 1-yard line. But now, as you mentioned, the field position is flipped, and it's worked out here for Akron East. We'll see if they can take advantage of it as Devonair Floyd is lined up behind Davian Blackwell in the backfield. Floyd has some running room. Over the left side, Bilski's at the bottom of the pile. But that's after a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Good block there by the fullback, Davian Blackwell, leading the way through the hole.
It'll be 2nd down and 5. Mix up in the play. Collins will take it himself. He'll have the first down. Stays in bounds at the 28-yard line.
A little bit of confusion, as you can see right here. The Dragons got some good blocking on the left side of their offensive line. Collins able to make a spin move and pick up the first down.
So 1st down and 10 for the Dragons. Here with 7:50 to go here, first quarter. Dragons started with good field position this time at about the Tornado 38-yard line. Split wideouts. Hall in motion to the left side. Floyd, the carry. Floyd taken down on the far side. Looks like Dayton Robin with the stop.
Good job there by the Tornadoes. There was a pretty good size split between the left guard and the center, and the fullback led the way through the hole, but the Tornadoes able to fill the hole and limit the Dragons to a 1-yard gain.
2nd down and 9. Ball at the Dover 27-yard line. Brimage is wide to the left side. Jerome Hall to the right. They stay in the I formation. Again, Floyd, the handoff. Breaks it to the outside. It's got some room to run. Stays inbounds until about the 12-yard line, where it's another first down after a gain of 15.
Well, the Tornadoes did a good job up to this point, slowing down that running game, but you know, they're just going to keep pounding it and pounding it, and you can see now they've got themselves in a pretty good position deep in Dover territory.
So 1st down and 10 from the 12. Floyd again, the handoff. This time the Dover defense is there as Zach Hawk gets up from the bottom. Had him by the ankles. It'll be 2nd down and
right
8 here after a gain of 2.
Zach Hawk beat his blocker and made a good stop. Boy, so far early on, he's made several tackles for short gains.
2nd down and 8. Collins under center. The handoff to Floyd. This time they'll try the right side. And that time, nice defensive play made by Jackson Huttress. And now Floyd goes down. Or check it. That looks like that might be Collier that went back in. Number 21, I believe. He had already had an ankle issue, if that is Collier.
I believe it is Collier, and this will be the 2nd time tonight he's been down on the turf.
They interchange Floyd and Collier. And, you know, he got up the first time. Looked like it might have been some type of ankle injury. And this time he runs it again, made a cut, and went down for a second time. This time they're being a little more careful with him. And again, it looks like they're going to manage to get him up fairly quickly. I've got to think his night might be just about over.
And that would be a huge blow for the Dragons. He had 170 yards rushing last week against Hoover in their big win against North Canton.
It looks like they might be trying to carry him off, which is usually never a very good sign. This time he is going to walk off slowly and not really under his own power, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
It looks like it's that right ankle again, which was the problem the first time. The Dragons facing 3rd down and 9. Some of his Dragon teammates surrounding him. I think they know that this time might be something a little more severe.
Obviously, the training staff's being very cautious and careful with him.
And they've just opted they're going to carry him off the field, and that you don't want to speculate, but certainly he was having a hard time putting any weight on that right foot.
You know, the first time he went down and he was able to get back up and get off the field under his own power, he thought maybe things would be all right, but obviously this last run play that he had really aggravated whatever injury he had earlier.
So Floyd is in the backfield. Looks like he is going to have to go most of the rest of the way at the tailback spot. Pass, though, in the corner of the end zone, and Hall was open, just overthrown.
Yeah, you know, Jerome Hall is their leading receiver this year, even though Deshaun Brimage is a Division I recruit. So obviously they've got a couple of good wideouts that they feel confident when they do throw the football that can make the play.
When you look at their offensive line, the lightest guy is at 220. They go 275, 270, 265, 220, and 300.
They've got good size on that offensive line, and that's what you need running the football.
4th down, they're going to go for it with 4 wideouts. Floyd staying in the backfield. They're going to go into the corner of the end zone, the fade pattern, and it's caught for a touchdown on the far side. And Akron East goes on top, caught by Deshaun Brimage.
Nice 11-yard pass, as you can see right here. It looked almost like there was a little bit of a push-off by Brimage, but obviously the officials didn't call it. It was a nice catch, and they've got 6.
And I suspect they're going to go for 2 here. Nope, they're going to bring a kicker on. That'll be number 55. That is Darius Reese, who will try the extra point. Out of the hold of River Collins. Good snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And Akron East leads Dover 7-0. So not something we see too often, and that's the opponent coming into Crater Stadium and taking the early lead.
No, and you know, that was a drive that started obviously in the Tornadoes territory, and They ran the ball very well that drive and completed one pass, but it was one pass that counted.
And the Smith ambulance crew has a cot over near the Akron East sideline as we get a look at the lightning signs and decals fan cam. The young fan doesn't want to have his picture taken very much. There's some other younger cheerleaders out there, and we wish William Collier the best. Looks like he might be taking a little trip over to the hospital. So Akron East ready to kick it away. I'm a little surprised Dover's kickoff team hasn't moved up a little bit here. They'll take it at about the 15. As Caden Folkert to the outside and knocked out of bounds after a nice return. So Dover with a lot better field position this time to start with.
Now, before the game, you kind of had to think that Dover, with the punt team and the kickoff team, may have the advantage, and I think right there it showed. They're starting on their own 34-yard line.
It needs to be moved immediately, or it will be towed. Once again, a silver Jeep Wrangler. Thank you.
First down and 10 for the Tornadoes. Sayre across the middle. Ethan Snyder is there. It's intercepted by Brimage. He breaks loose. Now he's on the return. It's a foot race. He's got one man to beat. He trips and falls, or he would have been in for a score.
Nice job there by Deshaun Brimage. That was, you can see right here, had pretty good coverage and came up with a pass and made a nice return, just tripped before he could get the ball into the end zone.
He only had the quarterback to beat.
He had a blocker out with him.
And he might have got tangled up with, well, no, he tried to make a cut and fell.
Once again, the Dragons have really good field position.
So following a turnover, the Dragons are back in business deep in Dover territory at the 15-yard line. A handoff around the right side, and Brimage will gain maybe a yard, ran about 40 yards to gain one.
Good job there by Dayton Robin to make the tackle, trying to get Brimage out on the edge and take advantage of his speed.
Well, I think they know they can't run Floyd 100 times this game.
No, it looked like they had another running back in there, Claude Williams. But, when you lose someone like Collier, obviously it's going to affect your offense.
So Floyd lined up behind Blackwell. Floyd will get the carry. Zigzags his way toward the end zone and in for the touchdown from 14 yards out.
Some good blocking by the Dragons, but some very nice cuts by Floyd to get the ball over the end zone or the goal line.
Boy, I'll tell you what, the Crater Stadium crowd's pretty quiet.
Yes, they are. We still have 4:25 to play in the first quarter, and the Tornadoes are down by 2 touchdowns. Now, granted, with their offense, they can make that up fairly quick, but so far the Dragons have been doing a pretty good job on offense.
So Reese on to try the extra point. Kick is up, and this time it's good. It's not pretty, but it's getting the job done.
Yeah,
and Akron East jumps out to a 14-0 lead with 4:25 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think the Tornado fans are a little bit in shock right now.
Well, the first score was set up by bad field position. You know, they flip-flop field position, and it was a short field for Akron East. And then the interception, Brimage made an outstanding interception. and nearly ran it back himself before he was taken down, and then they were able to cap it off with that 14-yard run by Devonair Floyd.
So far, the Dragons have looked pretty good.
So Kyler Folkert and Caden Folkert back deep. The key for the Tornadoes is don't press.
Right, and you know, they've had a couple of close games the last 2 weeks, and they didn't panic and they came out on top. There's still a lot of time left in this game.
So the kickoff from Reese. Nice kick. It's going to be fielded by Folkert. Up the left side and hits the deck at about the 27-yard line, where the Tornadoes will have it again.
One thing, the Tornadoes should have pretty decent field position on these kickoffs, but you don't want to be returning kickoffs too often. See right here, Folkert made a cut, and Dragons brought him down, but they're still nearly out to the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Tornadoes out of the shotgun. Sayre's going to take it himself. He's got plenty of room to run. Gets good blocking out to the 45, to the 47, and finally brought down at the 49-yard line by Jay-Sean Robinson.
You can see right there, Sayre made a nice gain. Got an opening in the middle, got a great downfield block, and had a nice pickup.
Another replay there by the J&G Grill in New Philadelphia, celebrating their 70th year. First down and 10 for the Tornadoes out near midfield. Sayre's going to take it again. And Lamonte Stevenson with the tackle, but a gain of about 5.
That time, Sayre was just going to take the snap and run with it, and made it out to 45-yard line for another nice gain.
Nathan Pfeiffer and Ethan Snyder wide to the left side. Kyler Folkert and Caden Folkert wide to the right, along with Ian Sexton. They just haven't been able to account for Sayre as some movement. Now the question is, who jumped first? So a 5-yarder against the Tornadoes. So Dover will have it. Second down and 9. Folkert comes into the backfield. Sayre rolling to his right under pressure. The throw down the field, well short. Just dumped into the turf at about the 27-yard line.
He's trying to hit Sexton on the right side.
Third down and 9. See what Sayre can do here. Had a big game, threw for over 400 yards last week. East is going to deflect it at the line of scrimmage. It'll be fourth down. It was intended for Caden Folkert.
Looked like Jay-Sean Robinson, number 5, knocked that one down.
So it'll be Kyler Folkert that will drop back to punt this time. Jerome Hall ready to receive. Ball near midfield. Nearly blocked, might have even been touched, I'm not sure. It took kind of a funny flight pattern.
It sure did.
But not a great punt, and again, The Akron East Dragons have pretty good field position at their own 38-yard line.
Yes, they do, and this is not what I was expecting this point in the game.
And that's what, with what could arguably called their best player, William Collier, out of the game.
Yeah, like we talked about before the game, Akron East has got some pretty good athletes. Some pretty good football players.
So a quick timeout here by Akron East. A little bit surprised, you know, they got the punt. You know, they knew they were going to get the ball back. A little surprised they weren't ready to go in what's become a very lengthy first quarter.
Yeah, with as much rushing as both teams have done this quarter, it's lasted a little bit longer than what you'd expect.
So the Tornado defense has a chance here. They've got to pull themselves up here by the bootstraps and try and hold Akron East to give the offense a chance, but the offense has sputtered here so far early as well.
Now the offense hasn't been able to complete a pass yet, which is kind of surprising to me.
First down and 10 for Akron East. And Floyd over the left side, breaks loose at midfield. And Ian Sexton, the last Tornado with a chance to make the tackle, as he gouges the Dover defense for another big play.
Yeah, it was about 21 yards. You know, he made a couple of nice moves, but they got some very nice blocking on the left side of that offensive line. And with his speed and his feet, if you can get him out past that first level, he can make a big gainer.
So first down and 10 at the Dover 41-yard line. Akron East making no bones about what they're trying to do here, as Floyd will get another carry straight ahead. And Austin Ward and Jackson Huttress in there.
Time Dover defense did a pretty good job. And that's what we've seen. They've been able to make 2 stops in a row for short yardage, and then the Dragons are able to spring one and pick up a first down and start the process over again.
So second down and 7 after the gain of 3. Out of the I formation. The handoff to Floyd, keeps his feet churning and is to the 29-yard line for another first down. Caden Folkert from his defensive back position has to make the stop. And the offensive line for Akron East is winning the battle along the line of scrimmage.
Yes, they are. They've only thrown the football 3 times, but they've rushed the football 14 times, and they've really been doing a good job. Just keep moving the chains.
First down and 10 for Akron East out of the I formation. They look to pass. They'll go into the far corner of the end zone, and it looks like it was nearly intercepted there by the Tornadoes' Ian Sexton, but it falls to the turf.
Just about had an interception there by Ian Sexton, but you can see right here on the replay, nice pass. And you can see some more hand fighting.
In some ways, a little bit of a surprise because they've been doing so well running the football.
Well, it's first down and good down to take a shot downfield.
Well, I think they figure they're probably in 4-down territory here anyway.
Right, with the ball on the 29-yard line.
Their field goal game is not good enough, so if they struggle a little bit here. Floyd just kind of slides right past that line of scrimmage. And down to the 27-yard line, a gain of a couple. As Jeff Bilski and Jackson Huttress there.
Jackson Huttress had to make another stop from his defensive back position, but it was only a no gain play, so.
Once again, we'd like to welcome back the Dover High School class of 1957.
So third down and about 8.
Welcome back, class of 1957, along with the Dover alumni band members who will be performing at halftime.
Collins looks to the outside. It's incomplete. They just are. They don't look comfortable passing the football at all.
No, they don't. They came out with 4 wides at that time, and
so it'll be 4th and 9. We still can't get out of the first quarter. So we'll see what they opt for.
they still have not made a decision. Well, it looks like they're probably going to go for it.
So they'll go for it here on 4th and 9. Brimage wide to the left side. They'll go with trips to the right. Collins out of the shotgun. Collins needs to get rid of it. He'll run with it. He probably will have the first down at about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, there just wasn't anybody open downfield. The Tornadoes, you can see, got pretty good pressure on him at first, but then found a huge opening and tucked the ball, and it was a missed tackle right there. And Collins was able to pick up 13 yards for another first down.
So Akron East leading at 14-0 over the Dover Tornadoes here as we kind of wind down this first quarter on the Kent State University Tuscarawas scoreboard. Under center, the I formation, Floyd straight ahead. And Floyd will gain a few yards, and that will bring the first quarter to a close with Akron East leading Dover 14-0. We'll come back with second quarter action in a moment right here on TV2 Sports.
Carpenter Heating and Cooling has been keeping your home comfortable for over 30 years. Every installation includes heating and cooling load analysis, along with a follow-up visit to ensure your satisfaction. Carpenter services all makes of residential and light commercial heating and cooling equipment utilizing custom fabrication and state-of-the-art system checks. Their NATE certified technicians work hard to provide you with total living comfort.
Hi, I'm Doug Carpenter.
And I'm Chris Carpenter.
Come see us online at carpentercomfort.com.
Or give us a call at 330-308-8550.
How could I possibly be expected to go without Domino's on a day like this? Alexa, ask Domino's to place my easy order.
Ordering Domino's.
Life moves pretty fast. If you can't track your pizza, you could miss it.
Order 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for just $5.99 each and track them on your favorite device.
Students choose Kent State University at Tuscarawas because of our academic excellence, dedicated faculty, and affordable tuition. Our bachelor's and associate degrees will prepare you for careers including nursing, computer animation, or veterinary technology. Kent State Tuscarawas offers a dynamic campus with state-of-the-art facilities, exceptional student services, and a welcoming environment. Call or visit us online to register for classes and find out more about Kent State Tuscarawas.
Just wanting to be a police officer, I knew this was a great start, and it turned out to be a fantastic one.
Just be able to actually see what you're doing, what you're working on, and understand how you can take one thing and turn it into something else.
We got to creatively use skills and academics and see how we can place them into our fields.
It was pretty much I had the key to open the door, and that was from Buckeye.
Myers & Miller Podiatry provides complete foot and ankle care to patients of all ages. The practice was established in 2000 by Dr. Adam Myers and has grown to include Dr. Andy Miller in 2007, Dr. Jason Bakich in 2010, and most recently Dr. Kristen Henry in 2015. Our core values of respect and honesty are the basis for how we manage our practice, and we continue to grow by building relationships with our patients in order to better serve their needs. Myers & Miller Podiatry serves Tuscarawas and Holmes counties with offices in Dover, Sugar Creek, Newcomerstown, Millersburg, and our newest location in Uricksville. Let's get started with building our relationship.
Start of the second quarter. Akron East leading Dover 14-0 and driving deep in Dover territory at the 10-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 7. Devonair Floyd lined up by Davion Blackwell. Ryan Collins under center, as the Dragons with the handoff to Floyd over the left side. And the Tornadoes doing a good job as Jeff Bilski is there, and Austin Ward also in on the stop. 3rd down and 4. So Akron East with a chance to really tip the scales in their favor here if they could punch in another score.
And you know, with these drives, running the clock the way they are, they're gonna limit the amount of times that the Tornadoes have the ball on offense.
The handoff to Floyd straight ahead. Not much there, maybe a gain of a yard. It'll be 4th down.
Good job there by Dover defense. Mason Stutzman filled the hole and made a nice tackle. Well, obviously this is going to be a big play for the Dover defense right here.
They changed things up here a little bit as they're going to try a field goal. So Reese on to try a field goal. They need to hurry up a little bit here as they're going to have to call a timeout, I suspect. Oh, nope, they're going to get it off just in time. Reese's kick is up and no good.
Looked like it was long enough, but it just went wide left.
They didn't rush it any too fast. They barely got it away, and from our angle, it didn't look bad.
No.
But it was no good, and the Tornadoes survive. Not sure I wouldn't have gone for it there. Just you're up 14-0. You'd have them deep in their own territory.
Right.
And then
you know, you just gave up what, 13 yards right there by making the attempt.
A good point. So 1st down and 10 for the Tornadoes. Their offense needs to show a little spark here, as Sayre has a lot of room to run to the outside, and he will take a seat at about the 37-yard line.
Well, you can see Sayre there. He just took the snap and waited for the hole to open. Got a good block on the linebacker and picked up, 17 yards.
That has been the most successful play the Tornadoes have had, is that quarterback draw, or the quarterback just decides he's going to go with it.
Yeah. Well, you look at the Dragon defense, they don't have anybody further than 7 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Sayre looks to the outside, in trouble, runs into a lineman and is taken down all the way back at the 26-yard line as Trey Kelly is there.
Yeah,
along with Jordan Hayden.
Just happened to be at the right place at the right time. I don't think Sayre quite saw him when he turned to run.
2nd and 22 here for the Tornadoes. Sayre across the middle, and the catch is made by Folkert. It'll be 3rd down at about 14.
Nice play there by the Tornadoes. That's, believe it or not, that's their first reception of the night.
Yeah, with 9:01 to go here in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our MEB Systems halftime report. Third down. Sayre under pressure across the middle. And it's caught, but short of the first down. Kyler Folkert has it, but it'll be 4th down and 2.
Just a little short, but a great catch by Folkert as he was covered pretty well by 2 Dragon defenders.
I wonder if the Tornadoes might try a little bit of a long count here, trying to draw off Akron East.
They got him to jump before.
I don't think they have any intention of running a play here. I think they're going to take a timeout when they run the clock down. Play clock's down to about 4, so they'll take the timeout. They may want to think about it, but I've got to think the ball's at the 45-yard line, their own 45. I suppose if you're going to chance it to try and change some momentum, it might be an opportunity.
Well, you know, that could be, but boy, if you don't make it, obviously you give that momentum to the Dragons. You know, if you punt the ball and pin the Dragons back a little bit, because they've had pretty good field position all night except for the opening kickoff. You know, if you can pin them deep and make some plays on defense and try and flip the field again.
So we're just about ready to go here. Fourth down. Maybe, I wouldn't even say a pooch punt at this point, but I'd say that's what it's kind of looking like.
And Akron East does not have anybody deep.
As Sayre will send a nice punt down to about the 15-yard line where Sexton will down it. And Akron East will get the football back with 7:52 to go here in the second quarter.
I think that was a good call by the Tornado coaching staff to not try and go for it there. Got a pretty good punt. Akron East is down on their own 16-yard line. Now you got to fire up that defense to make some stops.
So 1st down and 10 for Akron East. The handoff to Floyd off the right side, weaves his way to the 25-yard line.
Floyd carry. Ian Sexton and Ethan Snyder with the tackle.
9-yard pickup there by the Dragons. And here again, Floyd's a very good running back, but they've been getting some good blocking from their offensive linemen.
Second down and a very short 1 yard. Ball's loose. Tornadoes look like they might have come up with it. Devonair Floyd coughed it up. And the Tornadoes, I think, are going to come out of there with it. Taking an awful long time to make the call, but the Tornadoes come up with it, and that's a huge turnover here with 7:19 to go in the first half.
Oh, it sure is. That's a good job there by Dayton Robin. Cover that fumble. It was a good job by the defense, period, to stop him for no gain, but now with the fumble, they're obviously very good field position. You know, if they can punch it in, now you're only down by a score. You got plenty of time in the first half, and the momentum starts heading your way.
5 wideouts in the game for the Tornadoes. Trips to the left, Pfeiffer and Snyder to the right. And Sayre's going to take off with it again. This time, Akron East responds a little quicker as it's only a 3-yard gain to the 20-yard line.
The way Akron East is lining up on defense, that middle is open for Sayre to pick up some decent yardage.
Or to find a receiver across the middle.
Or to find a receiver.
And Akron East wants to take a timeout here with 6:50 to go in the second quarter. Scott Robinson and Jay Yonders with you from Crater Stadium in Dover. Want to thank our friends at Lightning Signs and Decals as our fan cam sponsor. Lightning Signs and Decals are taking the area by storm as they specialize in custom signs, banners, graphics, and LED indoor-outdoor signage. Visit them online at lightningsign.com or visit the storefront located at 224 7th Street in New Philadelphia. Call them at 330-440-3129. So Akron East just doesn't want to make any big mistakes here, I think.
You know, here again, anytime, especially in this position that they're in, you want to make sure that everybody knows what their assignment is.
Second down and 7. Sayre out of the shotgun. In trouble. Going to be taken to the turf after a loss back to the 29-yard line as the tackle made by Darius Reese.
Good job that time by Darius Reese getting pressure on Sayre.
Third down and 15. Clock running, 6:19 to go, first half. Sayre looked to throw it. He's going to lob it out to Snyder. He's going to have it, but he'll be out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Boy, Snyder ducked out of some, or rather, Sayre ducked out of some trouble. I think he thought he was going to get hit and kind of pulled the ball down and then suddenly found somebody open, and now they may try a field goal here. Jack Danaher will come on to attempt about a 37-yard field goal.
This is definitely in his range.
Anthony Giamo to hold. The kick is up, and that one looks good.
Yeah, he had plenty of leg for that one. And obviously, the Tornadoes were hoping to score the touchdown on that drive, but coming out of that drive with at least 3 points was big for them.
Well, they need to put something on the board, so they do.
So now with this kickoff, they've got an opportunity to pin the Dragons deep in their own territory, especially if they can kick a ball into the end zone.
You know, do you dare to try and catch them off guard?
That may be an option.
My guess is that they've got the kicking ability. They're going to put it into the end zone if they can. Yeah.
Well, with the
he's put it pretty carefully on that tee. So we'll see what they decide to do here. I'm sure they're just going to kick it away. So Danaher ready. Puts a toe to it. And it will come down about the 1 yard line. Out to the 20, maybe the 22 yard line is Jerome Hall, as the Tornadoes do a nice job covering the kick.
Looks like that kick was received just ahead of the goal line, because it looked like the return man had his foot in the end zone, but the ball did not cross the goal line, so he was able to bring it out to the 22-yard line on the return.
So first down and 10 for Akron East. East offense is pretty one-dimensional, no question about that. And that City League they play in up in the Akron area, that's good enough.
Right. You know, that's what got him to the playoffs last year.
So first down and 10. Hand off straight ahead, and Dover is so good at making adjustments that I've got to think they're going to plug that up pretty quick.
Yeah.
As Bilski makes another stop for the Tornadoes. No gain, second down and 10.
Looks like the Dragons have a different quarterback in right now.
Looks like number 4, and that is Kyrie Williams. Williams is going to take it himself out across the 25 to the 29-yard line.
That was a gain of 6 yards on pure will.
So it'll be 3rd and 4. Akron East facing 3rd down and 4 at their own 28-yard line. They'll stay with Williams at the quarterback spot. Just going to be a sweep. He's got some blockers out in front. He'll have the first down at the 36-yard line. Nice gain of 8 yards.
Looks like we have a flag on the play.
So we'll see which way it's going to go here. Yeah, maybe holding. Oh. So a 15-yard penalty on the Tornadoes. As the Tornado defense marched back 15 yards. First down and 10 for Akron East, right at the midfield stripe. Williams has kind of changed the dynamic of the offense here as the handoff to Floyd. Floyd tries to split the defenders, but a nice gain to the 35-yard line, 15-yard gain. Ian Sexton there to make the stop. But boy, when your safeties and cornerbacks are making the stops, that's not a good sign.
No, it's not. And you know, you're talking about Williams. He's listed as a wide receiver, and you know, when he has carried the football, he's got some quick feet and some good moves, and he's been tough to bring down.
First down and 10. East leading it 14-3 in the Kent State University Tuscarawas scoreboard. A handoff to Floyd again. It's getting tough down there along the line of scrimmage. You can hear the pads popping clear up here in the press box. A 3-yard gain is Mason Stutzman making the tackle from his linebacker spot. Second down and 7.
Well, at this point, the Dragons with Williams at quarterback have not shown any inkling that they're going to throw the football.
Second down and 7 from the 32. Williams looking for some room. Slips about 4 tackles. Finally at the 30-yard line. They'll bring him down after a short gain of 2.
You can see right there, though, it's tough to bring him down with the first tackler.
Akron East has spent most of the game in Dover territory, which is really somewhat surprising.
It is, and you know.
And don't kid yourselves, folks. Akron East is a pretty good football team. Collins inside. The pass is incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
That time they brought Collins back in to make that pass.
So they're going to go for it here on 4th and 5. And another timeout, the final timeout for Akron East here with 2:27 to go in the second quarter. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll have our halftime report brought to you by MEB Systems.
This quarter's going by pretty quickly, and the Tornadoes have not had a whole lot of chances on offense. You know, Akron East, they get the football, they run the football, and they take time off the clock.
Fourth down and 5 for Akron East. Tell you what, the most effective play they've had in some cases was that quarterback sweep by Williams, and I don't know who's going to come out at the quarterback spot. It looks like Williams might be coming out. He has shown great quickness. Floyd is also out there, and they've got trips left, so they've got some options.
I would look for Williams on that quarterback sweep to the left again, since they got trips to the left.
4th down and 5. Williams has the first down and more, stays in bounds, still on his feet, and down finally inside of the 10-yard line. What a run.
Now, you know, he got hit how many times on that run and still picked up about 20 yards on the play.
Tornadoes 3-0 on the season, but they've been manhandled here in this first half.
Well, you know, the Dragons came into this game 2-1, and the loss that they did have was a fairly close game against Jackson. And they've been playing some pretty good football up to this point.
You can't get much closer to have a 1st and goal than what they have right now. The handoff to Floyd off the left side. He's going to take it in from 10 yards out.
Just that zone read running play. And, you know, you got to respect Williams because of how he's been able to pick up yardage. But when he hands the ball off to Floyd, Floyd obviously is another pretty good ball carrier.
So Reese on to try the extra point here with 2:13 to go. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a special guest. Dr. Brad Bilski, the Dean and Chief Administrator Officer at the Kent State Tuscarawas campus, will be with us for a couple of moments. And Reese's extra point is up. And it is good. So the score 21-3, not a position that the Dover Tornadoes are in much, Jay. Certainly we haven't seen this in quite a while.
No, we haven't. And you know, the Dragons, with their ground game, have been taking a lot of time off the clock, and the Tornadoes just have not been able to, when they have had the ball on offense, they've just really not had anything work consistently. Alex Sayers made a couple of nice runs, but you know, they've only completed a couple of passes the entire first half.
It's going to be some locker room discussion, I'm sure, for the Tornadoes here at halftime, as Akron East has come out and taking it right to the Tornadoes, who trail 21-3 on the Kent State University Tuscarawas scoreboard. Kyler Folkert and Caden Folkert back deep to receive the kickoff from Dearius Reese. Tornadoes have 2 timeouts left, 2:13 on the clock. And Reese with a nice kick, taken by Kyler Folkert. And he gets pounded at about the 27-yard line, knocked out of bounds, and that's where Dover will start. Gee, I think it's pretty critical here for the Tornadoes to at least put together some semblance of a drive and maybe even put some points on the board before halftime.
If they truly do need to put together a good drive, and even if it winds up as a field goal, they need to get something going and go in at halftime, make the adjustments they need to make on offense. They've just not had the ball a whole lot to really get anything going as well.
Sayre looks to take it himself again. He's just got all kinds of room down the middle of the field. Still on his feet at the 40-yard line where he hits the deck.
Right there's been the best play the Tornadoes have had all night.
That's really the only play they've had all night.
And, you know, Sayre's just dropping back, letting a hole open up and taking off and running downfield because there's nobody in the middle of the field for the Dragons.
And it's surprising the Dragons haven't made that adjustment yet to keep a spy on the quarterback. Sayre to the outside, it's overthrown at the 16-yard line as it was Nathan Pfeiffer, the intended receiver. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication between Pfeiffer and Sayre. You know, they still have plenty of time at 1:48, and they still have a couple of timeouts left. So they could throw the ball across the middle where it's been fairly open.
Trips to the wide side of the field. Sayre looks to take it again. The penalty flag is down. That's going to be a holding call coming up on the Tornadoes as Sayre gets racked out of bounds. So that is going to put a dent in this drive for the Tornadoes.
They've had a couple of drives like this where they've picked up some decent yardage early on and then kind of sputter.
So it will certainly be 2nd and long here, 2nd and about 25, as the ball backed up all the way to the Dover 47-yard line. Minute 42 to go here, first half. Coming up at halftime, the MEB Systems halftime report. Sayre to the outside. Pfeiffer's got it. Slips a tackle. Another missed tackle. And brought down by the Dragons at the 34-yard line. Now time becoming a little bit of a concern here for the Tornadoes. They've got a couple of timeouts left. Minute 25, clock rolling. Dover's got that quick strike offense, so certainly there is time. It's manageable, but it's 3rd down and 7. And now we've got another penalty flag.
Looks like they got 5 more back.
21-3. Akron East leading Dover. So the 5-yard penalty eases up that play call to a 3rd and 2. Obviously, it's 4-down territory here for the Tornadoes. They need to score, and they need to score in a hurry here with the clock rolling at the 1-minute mark. Sayre takes it himself. He'll have the first down at the 24-yard line after the gain of 5.
And I think that's all the Tornadoes wanted to do right now, right there, was pick up the first down and regroup.
Well, they need to get the play call in and show a little sense of urgency here as the clock rolling under 50 seconds. Sayre, little bubble screen. Snyder's got it. Snyder to the outside. Snyder slips a tackle, knocked out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Nice play there by Snyder to pick up that extra yardage and also get out of bounds.
Well, this is where the Tornadoes have to take advantage of this opportunity. They have not done much offensively here in this first half other than the quarterback read when the middle of the field is open.
And, you know, with Dover still having 2 timeouts, maybe that's another play you run right now.
Clock down to 25 seconds. Sayre to the outside. Little hand-to-hand combat. They'll say it's caught at the 2-yard line as it's Ethan Snyder with the catch.
Excellent catch there by Ethan Snyder, falling out of bounds.
So the Tornadoes will bring in the rushing attack, it appears. As Folkert will be the deep back in the Diesel package. They hand off to Folkert, in for the touchdown from a yard out.
No, that's the drive that the Tornadoes wanted and expected when they got the ball back. And you know, obviously this is going to help a little bit going into at halftime.
So Danaher on to try the extra point.
One thing I will say, you didn't see the Tornadoes panic on that drive. They executed and did what they had to do.
You can see the discipline of the Tornadoes starting to take over just a little bit here as Danaher connects, and it's good. Makes it 21-10 with 18 seconds to go here in the half, so the Tornadoes will kick it away. Tornado fans starting to get a little more excited about the game now that the offense has put some points on the board.
Yeah, you could hear a little bit more excitement there with that score, and you know, as you say, you know, the discipline is starting to show. And you know, in the second half, the discipline and conditioning, it looks like there's a lot of guys on that Dragon team that are going both ways.
So the Tornadoes ready to kick it away. Danaher sets it on the tee here. Nice deep kick. This one's going to go into the end zone, so they'll get it at the 20.
And that's exactly what the Tornadoes wanted right there. No chance of a return.
Yeah, you've got to figure one play here. We might be into the half.
First and 10, Dragons from their own 20-yard line.
Next week, we travel to Sandy Valley as it'll be the Claymont Mustangs taking on the Sandy Valley Cardinals in IVC football action. Coming up here at the half, we'll have our MEB Systems halftime report. We'll also talk with Dean Brad Bilski of the Kent State University Tuscarawas campus, see what's happening there as the fall semester just underway. The handoff to Floyd. Floyd gets to the outside and picks up big yardage with 10 seconds to go. Tell you what, Floyd is so fast and so good.
He sure is, and once he gets out in space, he's tough to bring down.
So first down and 10 for the Dragons at their own 41-yard line. 10 seconds to go, not much time left. They have no timeouts remaining. The handoff to Brimage. Brimage is going to turn on the Jets, gets out of bounds with 3 seconds to go, so they'll have one more chance.
That time the Tornadoes had just 3 down linemen, and they've playing a bit more of a prevent defense. just to keep everything in front of them.
So one more play on the docket here for Akron East before we head to halftime. Lengthy first half here at Crater Stadium in Dover. Collins looks to go long, in trouble, has the ball batted away, picks it back up, and that is the end of the half, I believe, on the sack by Austin Ward. So it's halftime, 21-10. Akron East leading Dover. We'll come back with the MEB Systems halftime report and more here in just a moment. Stay with us here on TV2 Sports.
For over 35 years, MEB Systems Incorporated has served Northeast and Central Ohio, as well as the surrounding areas, with a commitment to the highest quality workmanship and integrity. We appreciate your interest and look forward to earning your trust, friendship, and business. MEB Systems has the experience and expertise to get the job done right the first time. Our experienced and trained professionals use only the finest tools and materials to install and repair flat and metal roofs. We guarantee our work and always strive to exceed our customers' expectations. MEB Systems Incorporated, specializing in commercial and industrial roofing.
Omni Orthopedics comprehensive programs provide early diagnosis and successful treatment for every musculoskeletal problem. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. From evaluation to rehabilitation, your treatment plan is designed around your needs. Omni Orthopedics specializes in sports medicine, the spine, physical medicine and rehabilitation, foot and ankle, and hand surgery. If pain makes activities like climbing stairs, standing or walking a challenge, turn to the home team at Omni Orthopedics. Their mission is to provide you with the highest quality and most advanced orthopedic services so you can get back in the game. Located in the Oxford Medical Arts Building, Omni offers a full-service facility including digital x-ray and physical therapy. So there's no need to travel when quality care is so close to home. Omni Orthopedics, setting the standard in orthopedic care.
It's a new era of emergency medical care at Union Hospital in Dover. Building on a great tradition of care and compassion, our patient care team is offering 21st century medical care in our new state-of-the-art emergency center. And while the large new rooms and patient care technology are wonderful, it's the doctors and nurses who possess the experience and skills that deliver the care and create the experience our patients expect. Quality care close to home.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. Our community is a great place to live. That's why McInturf Realty proudly sponsors our local high school sports. Make the call to the local real estate team that sells more homes in Tuscarawas County than any other company. See for yourself what makes McInturf Realty the #1 team in real estate. Make the call to 330-364-SOLD or 330-364-HOME.
The J&G Grill at 114 Front Avenue in New Philadelphia would like to say good luck to the area teams this school year. Stop in after the game for half-priced appetizers for dine-in only starting at 9 p.m. Celebrating 70 years, the J&G Grill is open 7 days a week. See them online at jnggrill.com and on Facebook.
Welcome back to halftime here at Crater Stadium in Dover. The Akron East Dragons leading the Dover Tornadoes 21-10. And while we have a chance, we've brought up Dean Bradbilski, the Dean and Chief Administrative Officer at the Kent State University at Tuscarawas campus, to just talk a little bit about the campus. And Dean Bilski, I'll tell you what, you got a lot of things going on very positively at the campus right now.
We certainly do. We kicked off the campus in a grand style. You know, one of the things you always look forward to as a sign of good times at a campus is when your enrollment numbers come in, and we were so pleased. We're up about 4% this year, Scott, and about 10% in new enrollments. So just thrilled with all the hard work, but I think it's a good sign that students are hearing more about the campus and the good things that we're offering here at the campus.
You know, one thing, too, you might want to talk about is your sports program, which is really taken off and really getting underway. You're kind of at the foundation level of it right now.
We are. We're in our second year of USCAA competition. We have 10 sports, 5 men, 5 women's. Right now we're in cross-country season. We're in volleyball season, and also doing quite a bit of recruiting in our wrestling areas, and basketball season will start up soon, so we've got a lot going on.
You know, when you look at the campus as a whole, just, you know, over the years, it's just grown so much, and even in the 4 years you've been here, things have really changed pretty dramatically.
They really have. You know, the campus has been growing since its inception in 1968, so we've been on a steady trajectory up, and we think we've got a lot more growth and a lot more good things coming. So the sports has been a big add for us, but we've got some new academic programs as well. Our agribusiness program is up and running and fully functional now, and we have a brand new faculty member there who's doing a great job for us. And we're also going a little larger in our computer design, animation, and game design program as kind of a standalone degree rather than being part of the engineering technology degree. And we offer that not only at our campus, but 2 other Kent campuses as well.
Is there anything you want to talk about to tease us a little bit about the 50th anniversary year of Kent State Tuscarawas?
Oh, yeah, we can give you a little tease. We've got one year from now, actually. It'll be the 50th anniversary, and a committee of many stakeholders in the area have come together to plan a week-long of activities. We'll kick it off with Dave Barry. And Dave Barry will be at the Performing Arts Center, and that's something that's free and open to the public. But we'll also have more or less a red carpet event at the end of the week where we'll have some of the veterans of the campus and some of the people still around from when the campus was formed, giving a lot of reflections in a very lighthearted way. So week of activity there as well, and we're thrilled to be able to do it.
A lot of great things going on at the Kent State University at Tuscarawas campus. Dr. Bilski, thanks for joining us. We appreciate the opportunity to have you on tonight.
Well, Scott, thank you, and thank TV2 as well.
All right, we're going to move on here to our MEB Systems halftime report. Our halftime report brought to you by MEB Systems, serving Tuscarawas and surrounding counties. They're your flat roof specialist. Give them a call today or visit them online at mebsystems.com. So, Jay, pretty good first half for the Akron East Dragons. Not such a good half for the Dover Tornadoes.
No, but, you know, they had that last drive there at the end of the half where they did score a touchdown. But, you know, stat-wise, it was the Tornadoes picked up 79 yards rushing. They were 6 of 10 passing for 71 yards for a total of 150. And they had one interception. Akron East rushed for 226 yards, which we expected them to keep the ball on the ground for the most part, and they were only 1 of 6 passing for 11 yards for a total of 237, and they had the 1 fumble.
Yeah, what a spectacular job, too, by the Dover Alumni Band. They have done a tremendous job tonight.
That was
here
fantastic.
At this. It was a fantastic piece of this total ball game experience here at Crater Stadium in Dover. That is our halftime report. Brought to you by MEB Systems, serving Tuscarawas and surrounding counties. MEB Systems is your flat roof specialist. Give them a call today or visit their website at mebsystems.com. We'll come back with the second half Carpenter Heating and Cooling kickoff in a moment. So stay with us right here on TV2 Sports.
Are you recovering from orthopedic surgery, experiencing low back pain, or pain resulting from an injury? If so, choose Trinity Hospital Twin Cities Rehab Center. Their experienced team of physical therapists provide personalized care to help you return to normal activities as soon as possible. Choose the Trinity Hospital Twin City Rehab Center at Denison. Call 740-922-6675 for more information.
We do mufflers, we do tires. Want the best pricing in town? Come see Alan at Alan's Mufflers and Tires, located at 238 Trenton Avenue in Uricksville. or give them a call today at 740-922-3010.
Taking the area by storm, Lightning Signs and Decals specializes in custom signs, banners, and t-shirts. Also available are full business packages. Their signs feature large format graphics, channel lettering, and light boxes and custom laser cut form letters. Visit online at lightningsign.com or visit the storefront located at 224 7th Street in New Philadelphia.
Lightning Signs and Decals. We're taking the area by storm. Contact us, 330-440-3129.
Carpenter Heating and Cooling has been keeping your home comfortable for over 30 years. Every installation includes heating and cooling load analysis, along with a follow-up visit to ensure your satisfaction. Carpenter services all makes of residential and light commercial heating and cooling equipment utilizing custom fabrication and state-of-the-art system checks. Their NATE certified technicians work hard to provide you with total living comfort.
Hi, I'm Doug Carpenter.
And I'm Chris Carpenter.
Come see us online at carpentercomfort.com.
Or give us a call at 330-308-8550.
Getting ready to start the third quarter at Crater Stadium in Dover with Akron East leading Dover 21-10. Time for the second half kickoff, brought to you by Carpenter Heating and Cooling, located at 946 Cookson Avenue Southeast in New Philadelphia. Looking for year-round comfort, you can reach them at 330-308-8550 or visit them online at www.carpentercomfort.com. Dover Tornadoes will get the football. And Folkert went down about the 15 on a knee.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you've got the football and you go down to a knee, that's where the play is dead.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes from their own 15-yard line. Dover scoring all came in the final basically 2 minutes and 13 seconds of the second quarter.
I think that they made a few adjustments on offense. Sarah's done a very good job running the football, and that may be, the key to this second half for the Tornadoes.
Sayre out of the shotgun, drops back, is going to take it himself again. So much room to run. It's shocking to me that Akron East has not responded to that play.
No, they haven't. They're going man coverage on the wideouts, and they've just got one linebacker in the middle, and whenever that hole opens up in the offensive line in the pocket, Sayre's just taking off and picking up 10, 12 yards or more.
Give Dover credit. They've identified it, and they're going to keep running it here as it's 1st down and 10. The pass to the outside to Folkert. And he has nowhere to go as Kyrie Williams sends him backward, but a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
This is one of those drives for the Tornadoes. They need to get a sustained drive and to start off the third quarter, because they're only going to get a few chances with the way Akron East has been running the football and milking the clock.
Sayre looks to the outside. Nathan Pfeiffer's got it. And Pfeiffer taken down short of the 1st down at about the 36-yard line. As that tackle made by Claude Williams from his defensive back spot. And Sayre stops short at the 35-yard line. An ankle tackle there by Lamonte Stevenson as they diagnose the play. It's 4th down.
That was a great play by Lamonte Stevenson. Now, at this point,
boy, are they quick.
They certainly are. At this point, they're going to force Dover to punt the football.
Sayre will drop back to punt it away. Good snap. And the kick will be fielded at about the 30-yard line to the 35. Brimage has got it. Jukes to the outside, still on his feet near midfield. Penalty flag goes down. There's actually 2 penalty flags down. So that one, I've got to feel, is probably going back against Akron East.
Which is a good thing for the Tornadoes right now. You know, Akron East will be starting near midfield.
So penalty flag laying back at the 34-yard line and one out here near midfield. So both penalties against Akron East. So Akron East is going to be back around their 20-yard line, I suspect, here before they start. So they will start this drive at about their 23-yard line. First down and 10, just over 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
First and 10 Dragons from their own 24-yard line.
So Akron East ready to go here on first down and 10. Collins with the pass. Akron East gets loose. And a nice run there by Jerome Hall. That will get them into Dover territory as Jackson Huttress makes the tackle. So big play for the Dragons right out of the gate with a short pass that turned into big yardage thanks to the run there by Jerome Hall.
About a 31-yard gain, and they're tough to bring down.
Devonair Floyd gets to the outside, and another first down at the 31-yard line. So a 16-yard gain. And Dover has not found anything that has slowed down the Akron East offense.
No, they haven't. You know, Akron East has been able to obviously run the football extremely well, you know, picking up 230 yards in the first half. Tornadoes so far haven't been able to find the answer.
First down and 10, Akron East at the Dover 31-yard line. A handoff around the right side there. That's Claude Williams. He'll pick up a couple.
Good job there by Colby Hay. You know, Akron East has got some pretty good ball carriers, but you got to give credit to their offensive line opening up some holes and making some very good blocks to spring their runners.
Second down and 9 with the ball at the 30-yard line. Scott Robinson and Jay Yonders with you from Crater Stadium in Dover. The pass to the outside. Hall's got a lot of room, splits the defenders, and is near another first down at the 22-yard line. Maybe a yard short. Tornadoes defensive backs are making far too many tackles.
They are, and that's never a good thing.
Third down and 1 from the Dover 22-yard line. Ryan Collins looks to the sideline, gets the play for the Dragons. Hall will be split wide to the right. Javon Jones comes to the left side, I formation. The handoff, they'll have the first down and more as Devonair Floyd inside of the 15 drops the football. Looks like the Tornadoes have it. That's his second fumble. And it's Kyler Dickey that comes up with the recovery.
Well, that's exactly what the Tornadoes needed right there.
So 7:42 to go here in the third quarter. He just dumped it out. Ian Sexton was in there, along with, looks like, Dayton Robin. Maybe forced the fumble. Kyler Dickey recovers. And it's first down and 10. Tornadoes prevented what could have been possibly a game-clinching score. Again, Sayre to the outside. They'll keep him in bounds, and this time they're narrowing down those yards gained. That time only 5 yards gained. It'll be second down and 5. Tornadoes have just not been able to get over the top or really get anything going with their passing game.
No, they haven't. Not like we've seen them do in the past.
Second down and 5. Sayre dropping back under pressure, gets the pass away to Pfeiffer, and he will have the first down at the 25-yard line. And another Akron East Dragon player down. That looks like Lamonte Stevenson, and that would be a big loss in the heart of their defense.
It sure would. He's made a couple nice plays. They blitzed him at that time, and Sayre had to get rid of the football pretty quick.
So this is the third time we've had an Akron East player down. This one comes with 7:08 to go in the third quarter. So they will get him off the field with some assistance. And again, it looks like a maybe ankle, lower leg injury. Walking very slowly off to the side. So they will take care to get Lamonte Stevenson off. And we're about ready to resume action here. So we are ready to go here. And the Tornadoes have the football, trailing by 11 points. Yeah, the Dover line moved that time. I didn't think the Akron East player came across at all, so that'll be 5 yards on the Tornadoes.
Yeah, it didn't look like he came all the way across the line of scrimmage.
So that will make it 1st and 15 for the Tornadoes. And again, another penalty. 1st and 15, Sayre ready to go again. This time sneaks to the outside and then ducks out to the 21-yard line. It's almost like the Tornadoes have completely abandoned the passing game.
Yeah, they're just sending their wideouts down the field and hoping to get a block on that middle linebacker whenever Sayre decides to take off. He's just kind of watching for wherever the hole shows up in the line.
Sayre drops back under pressure, throws long, and it's going to be caught and then dropped at about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, looks like when Folger came down with the football at the ground, knocked it loose. He made a pretty nice attempt to grab this football because that was pretty good coverage.
Ball just came loose.
Yep.
And it'll be 3rd down and 14. See what the Tornadoes have in the playbook here. East is going to bring everybody. Across the middle it goes and nearly intercepted, and Caden Folkert got clunked right there at about the 30-yard line. And it will be 4th down, and Alex Sayre will have to punt.
Well, the Akron East defense has done a very good job in man coverage, and they've taken the Tornadoes out of their offense.
Akron East should end up with some pretty good field position here as that ball dies right about the 48-yard line. So with 6:31 to go here in the third quarter, Akron East will have the football. 21-10. Akron East with the lead over Dover, and they have the football. Clock is starting to become the friend of Akron East, although there's still a lot of time left.
The Tornadoes proved late in the first half that they can move the football down the field fairly quickly, but they just haven't been able to put it all together.
And Akron East ready to go here. Collins will drop back into the shotgun. And the handoff to Brimage. Slicing through some traffic and not much there to midfield, maybe a gain of 2.
Good job there by the Tornadoes, because the Dragons had a lot of those big offensive linemen out in front of the ball carrier, but the Tornadoes were able to make a stop for a short gain.
2nd down and 8 for Akron East as we hit the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Scott Robinson and Jay Yonders with you from Crater Stadium in Dover. 4th week of the high school football season. Wow, it's hard to believe.
Sure is. Goes fast.
The handoff straight ahead, not much there. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's about it. Coming up on TV2 Sports next week, we'll have high school volleyball on Tuesday night. It'll be Tuscarora with Central Catholic visiting Tusky Valley. And then on Friday night, more high school football action as the Claymont Mustangs visit the Sandy Valley Cardinals. 3rd down and 6. I think what surprised me most, Jay, is the way that the Akron East defense has played. And if you think about it, Dover has really survived thanks to a couple of turnovers on Devonair Floyd, a couple of fumbles.
That's very true. And you know, they've stayed strictly man coverage. They're rushing 4 and 5 guys at a time, and they've been able to.
Oh, jeez. The interception by Ethan Snyder, and I'm not sure where he was throwing that football.
No.
That was thrown directly at Ethan Snyder, so a break for the Tornadoes.
See right here, he rolled out to his right, and
there was nobody there.
Yeah, he was 7-8 yards short of a receiver.
So a break the Tornadoes need right here.
I'm kind of surprised that the Dragons even threw the football there.
Well, they haven't had any trouble stopping the Tornadoes yet, so maybe they were trying to put it away right there. It's hard to say, but it did not end well.
No, it didn't. And this may be the break that the Tornadoes needed.
First down and 10. Sayre drops back. 5 wideouts, trips to the right. He's going to lob one out there intended for Snyder, and it's overthrown. I don't know that you're going to get behind the athletes that Akron East has in the backfield.
No, I don't think so either. Those guys have a lot of speed, and you know, they've been able to do a good job in man coverage. That time they had 2 linebackers in the middle of the field, so it really didn't have any room for Sayre to run.
2nd down and 10. Sayre again, this time he's going to run it and nowhere to go. About to the midfield stripe, maybe a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 8. The Tornadoes have to be frustrated. They just have been unable to connect on the passing game, and that's been their bread and butter for a long time.
You know, even the passes the Tornadoes have completed, none of their receivers have been very wide open.
Sayre down the field, incomplete. And if you don't complete a few of those, Akron East is just going to bring everybody like they did that time, and it's 4th down, and Dover will have to punt the football.
Right, and you seen Franklin was back in coverage, and you could see how quickly he made up that ground to get to the receiver.
Sayre will punt. Nearly blocked. Wow, that was close. And the ball will be down around the 26-yard line. That time Sayre had a hard time holding the snap. And boy, nearly got it blocked.
And the Dragons were only rushing 1 man. He was lucky to get that one off.
Once again, fans and cheerleaders will be hosting a My Little Sweetheart dance.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Akron East here with 4:03 to go in the 3rd quarter.
The Tornadoes are still only 2 scores down, but like you said earlier, you know, the clock is running.
First down and 10 for Akron East. Collins remains in at quarterback. Floyd, the deep back. Blackwell is the fullback, and they're looking for an 11th player.
Need a tight end.
And I'm not sure they're going to try and get the play off here, and they do. Hand off to Floyd. Boy, he just split an opening right there, and what a heck of a run out to the 38-yard line as Austin Ward finally pushes him out.
Great block by his fullback right there to open up that hole.
Another first down out to the 39-yard line. So a 13-yard carry. East lost one of their better players, William Collier, in the first half to an apparent lower leg injury. The handoff to Williams. And Claude Williams with a nice gain of about 8 yards as Jackson Huttress makes another tackle. He has been a busy guy back in the defensive backfield.
Yes, he has been. Several of their defensive backs have had to make tackles, and like you said earlier, that's never a good thing.
Second down and 2. Collins the handoff. Nice cut by Williams again. He'll have the first down as Jackson Huttress records another solo tackle.
The fullback is making a good block in the hole and allowing Williams to get out into the second level and forcing the Tornadoes to make the tackle with their defensive backs and picking up, you know, good yardage each play.
First down and 10 at the Dover 42-yard line. Floyd back in at the tailback spot. Blackwell's done a heck of a job at the fullback spot. Makes some nice blocks. Floyd to the outside. Penalty flag down, so that's going to go against Akron East. And that's going to back him up. I'm going to guess holding. And that is the call against Akron East. In the battle at the line of scrimmage, Akron East has so far been the victor.
Yes, they have. They've gotten good blocking from their offensive line, but I'm really impressed with their fullback and the kind of blocks he's been throwing all night. I don't believe he's touched the football once, but he's been a big part of their offense.
First down and 10. Actually, plus the penalty, so it's 1st and 21 from the 46-yard line. Collins drops back, but then the draw play, and Dover's ready for it as Austin Ward is there.
Nice job by the Austin Ward, make the tackle.
So it is 2nd and 21. And they're going to have to call timeout. They're just, as they say, the hot mess on offense. I'm not sure what's going on there, but they've had several close calls, and this time they had to burn the timeout because they simply didn't have the players in, or they had too many players on the field.
Well, they had 13 players fighting for 11 positions right there.
So the Akron East Dragons, with 1:21 to go here in the 3rd quarter, leading at 21-10. So the Tornadoes defense here has a chance with 2nd and long to make some noise.
Yeah, they have an opportunity here.
They've got to do something here soon because they're not going to get a lot more chances. The Akron East offense is built to take time off the clock.
The way they've been running the football, Dover may only get the football 2 or 3 more times before the end of the game.
So 2nd down and 21. You've got to think they're going to try to pass somewhere along the line here. Brimage still loose, and the Tornadoes finally tackle him for another loss of a couple of yards.
Good job there by the Tornadoes to make the stop, but it took several of them to bring him down. The first hit on these ball carriers and receivers for the Dragons.
Not sure why the Akron East coaching staff, half of them are out halfway to the hash mark. So it's 3rd down and 23. And Akron East just seems like they're just all confused, I guess is the best term I'm looking for at this point.
They still had 12 guys come out on offense.
Under center is Collins. Brimage looks to throw. And a nice job by the Tornadoes as Kyler Dickey has it sniffed out, and now Akron East is going to have to punt the football.
Nice job there by Kyler Dickey.
That's going to run out the end of this quarter. So we will come back with 4th quarter action in a moment. Akron East leading Dover 21-10. We'll be back with more in a moment here on TV2 Sports.
How could I possibly be expected to go without Domino's on a day like this? Alexa, ask Domino's to place my easy order.
Ordering Domino's.
Life moves pretty fast. If you can't track your pizza, you could miss it.
Order 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for just $5.99 each and track them on your favorite device.
Omni Orthopedics comprehensive programs provide early diagnosis and successful treatment for every musculoskeletal problem. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. From evaluation to rehabilitation, your treatment plan is designed around your needs. Omni Orthopedics specializes in sports medicine, the spine, physical medicine and rehabilitation, foot and ankle, and hand surgery. If pain makes activities like climbing stairs, standing or walking a challenge, turn to the home team at Omni Orthopedics. Their mission is to provide you with the highest quality and most advanced orthopedic services so you can get back in the game. Located in the Oxford Medical Arts Building, Omni offers a full-service facility including digital x-ray and physical therapy. So there's no need to travel when quality care is so close to home. Omni Orthopedics, setting the standard in orthopedic care.
Grace Lutheran Church is located on the square in downtown Dover. Worship services on Sunday mornings are at 8 and 10:30, with Sunday school for all ages at 9:15. Reverend Donald Rice Jr. is senior pastor. Grace Lutheran is knowing Jesus through a variety of Bible studies and other learning opportunities. Grace Lutheran is showing Jesus through its grocery bag ministry and other outreach programs. Join us in knowing Jesus and showing Jesus at Grace Lutheran Church in downtown Dover. All are welcome.
Well, I woke up to the sound of silence and cars were cutting like knives in a fist fight. And I found you with a tear in your eye, your head in the curtains and heart like the 4th of July.
You swore and said, we are not shining stars. This I know. I never said we are. If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet on the ground. Carry on. Carry on, carry on. We are shining stars. Carry on, carry on. We are who we
are. 4th and 25. And it's going to be a punt here for Akron East. Kyler Folkert back deep to receive the kick. And a pretty good effort here that will be down around the 32-yard line. And the Tornadoes will have it 1st down and 10. So, 4th quarter, Dover trailing by 11 points.
Well, they've got a couple more opportunities to make something happen.
They can't come away empty with any drive they have in this quarter.
Nope.
Akron East coming off an impressive win over Hoover last week. Dover comes into the game 3-0, so big playoff points night.
It's early to talk about that, but this sure is, a big opportunity for one of these football teams to get some points.
Sayre to the outside to Folkert. And Folkert may have stepped out of bounds around the 49-yard line. So a positive play for the Tornadoes as they want to hurry up here with 11:45 to play 4th quarter. Coming up following our game, we'll have our post-game report, and we'll also name our McDonald's MVP for the Tornadoes. To the outside, Folkert makes the catch. This time it's Caden Folkert. Dover's not taking big chunks. They're going to go with small bites here until they get them up close to the line of scrimmage, and then they're going to go right over the top.
They're playing a little soft right there on Folkert. He just ran a quick out.
And Sayre's pass a little too hot for Folkert to handle. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Akron East takes 3, 4, 5 minutes off the clock. Dover takes about 30 seconds if they are 3 and out. See if Sayre maybe runs this one. What do you think?
Good possibility.
No, nope. It's going to go to the outside, and the catch is made, and it's a 1st down at the 40-yard line.
Another out to Folkert, and you know, they've done that a couple times here in this drive, picking up 5, 6 yards at a pop, but they're moving the chains right now.
Akron East keeping everything in front of them, though, making it difficult on the Tornadoes. They want to go out and up, and the catch is made by Caden Folkert at the 9-yard line. Just like we talked about, they kept taking little small bites, then they go over the top.
You had to wonder, you know, they were setting that up, and then they executed it perfectly, and, you know, picked up 31 yards.
So 1st and goal at the 9-yard line for the Tornadoes, showing some signs of life. Little bubble screen to Ethan Snyder, still on his feet to the 5-yard line. Gain of 4, it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5.
Looks like we have another Dragon.
Another Dragon. So they've had their share of injury problems here.
They sure have. Not sure who that is.
You just have you wonder how much energy it's taken for the Akron East Dragons to play both ways. You know, and you can see Dover starting to take advantage of that. And they're starting to pick up some momentum here as we're in this 4th quarter.
They certainly are. And, you know, like you mentioned earlier, discipline comes into this as well. And the Tornadoes have a lot of discipline. Well, that was Jerome Hall. And he's another important player on their offense.
Looks like he was just shaken up momentarily.
This gives the Tornadoes a chance to talk about what next play is going to be, because obviously this is a very critical time of the game.
So the Tornadoes knocking on the doorstep here. They're going to go with the power I with Kyler Folkert, the deep back. They'll hand it off to Folkert, and he might get a yard, and a tough yard at that. It's 3rd down.
Had a couple of offensive linemen lined up in front of him, and
you know, you're an 11-point deficit. You can go with the 8 and the 3, or do you take your chances when you're this close if you don't get it on this play?
That's a good question.
Sayre, they look for a little rub route to the left side. In trouble, he just has to dump it off. And now Coach If's got a tough decision to make.
That's a real tough decision. There was nobody open, and Sayre just threw the ball out of bounds. Akron East coverage has been very good all night, and you know, now you've got a short field to work
I think they're
with.
going to take a timeout. They want to talk about it. I think they've got a couple of options. It's just a matter of how much time's left and how many more chances they're going to have. And, you know, it would be, in my opinion, a chip shot field goal.
It sure would for
or a
Danaher.
chip shot chance anyway. But then you've got to count on making a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
For them to call timeout, that's a good decision to make. This is too important of a drive right now not to think about what you're going to do.
Well, in looking out there on the field, I don't see a number 6 in the huddle.
No.
So that would
That indicates they're going to go for it.
I would think they're going to go for it here. It's really about the best chance they've had. And they really just aren't going to have a whole lot more time.
See how Akron lines up.
Could be a lot of different plays here. Let's see what they do. The pass is incomplete as they went with that little crossing route, little screen. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Akron East at the 4-yard line. Yeah, give Coach Ift credit. The staff went, they gave the kids a chance to win the game.
Right. Yeah,
and they may still win the game with 10:23 to go.
Certainly. But he felt that at this point in the game, that was the best thing that they could do. And plus, it pins the Dragons deep in their own territory. If they kick a field goal and miss it, now the ball comes out to the 20-yard line, so you're giving up 16 yards right there.
So Akron East will come out, and they have moved the football, but Devoneer Floyd has put it on the turf twice.
And right now the defense is hoping that they can force another fumble.
Out of the I formation. Ball's loose. It's still there. Looks like the Tornadoes have it. So apparently all those years of experience tells me something ahead of time, right?
We've seen enough football games to know.
He's fumbled twice, and that's, he's going to get the football, and he got popped. That's just lack of fundamentals.
It is, yeah, and that's the 4th turnover tonight for the Dragons. You take away those turnovers, and Dover doesn't have the opportunities that they've had.
I would think Dover's going to try and maybe run this one in if they can. It gets awful tight when you get down around the goal line there. And they are going to bring in their jumbo package here. And off the left side, touchdown, Tornadoes. It's Kyler Folkert from 3 yards out.
That time, put their jumbo package in and follow the lineman on the left side and bounce it out. Looks like now they're going to go for 2.
So the Tornadoes trailing by 5. They're going to try to get it within a field goal here on this 2-point conversion attempt. So we've seen a little bit of everything, but in the end, it seems like the more disciplined teams, the more fundamentally sound teams, find ways to win games.
And, the Tornadoes, they're showing right now, they are the more disciplined team.
Quick snap, the reverse, Sexton in the corner. It's going to be a touchdown. What a play. A 2-point conversion attempt, and Sayre catches it in the corner of the end zone. Let's take another look. It's an outstanding play.
That's a play, they got deep in the playbook that they were saving for the right opportunity, and the right opportunity just presented itself.
So Sexton to Sayre. Adds some excitement as it's now 21-18 with 10:13 to go. And you know what? We've seen Akron East a couple of different times, and they get off to a great start. They burn some clock in the 2nd and 3rd quarters. They get to the 4th quarter and they fade. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now.
Yes, it is. And take away their turnovers, maybe by the 4th quarter they're far enough ahead that it doesn't matter. But with 4 turnovers against a team like Dover, that's just not going to work. The Tornadoes are going to take advantage of those errors. Dragons are lined up like they're expecting an onside kick right now.
With 10:13 to go,
I don't think so.
doubt it. I would be pretty surprised. And that guy better go over and get the football.
Yeah, if that takes a funny bounce, that ball's live.
Tornado kickoff goes into the end zone. First and 10, Dragons from their own 20-yard line.
So it'll be first and 10 from the 20 for Akron East. And I'm surprised they didn't put Kyrie Williams back in at quarterback, to be honest. He did a pretty darn good job for him, and he disappears onto the bench.
He did a great job, and you know, they didn't need to throw the football on a couple of those earlier drives. I'd have put him in there and run those sweeps with him because he was picking up nice yardage and kept moving the chains.
Well, if the Tornadoes do, in fact, win this football game, this was a game of survival for them.
It sure was, but it shows that they did not panic.
Out of the I formation. Again, the handoff straight ahead. This time Claude Williams has got it. Out for about a 12-yard gain. They might put Floyd on the sideline for a little bit, let him cool down, I suspect.
Well, Claude Williams has done a pretty good job carrying the football.
First down and 10, Akron East at the 33-yard line. A handoff to Williams again. To the outside, over the 40 to the 42-yard line. As Dayton Robin making the tackle for the Tornadoes. Clock running down to 9:30 to go, but Dover in a much better position after the touchdown and two-point conversion. Draws them within 3 because they've got an excellent field goal kicker in Jack Danaher.
Yeah, if it comes down to that, the Tornadoes are in great position because Jack Danaher's got excellent range.
Second down and 2. Handoff to Williams to the outside to midfield. Still on his feet. Slips through another tackle and into Dover territory at about the 36 or 37-yard line.
That was about a 24-yard pickup. And one thing that has hurt the Tornadoes, they've not been able to bring the ball carriers down on the first hit very often.
So another first down and 10 for Akron East. The 3 fumbles for Akron East as Williams remains in at the tailback spot. Williams again. Williams, big hole. And Williams down near the 25-yard line for another gain of 12, and the chains will move. It's just been an up and down game.
Sure has. This is obviously not what the Tornadoes wanted after scoring that touchdown. They've got to tighten up right now because it's going to be 4-down territory. I don't see Akron East kicking a field goal unless they're within about 10 yards of the goal line, if that.
The handoff to Floyd to the outside. And is down near the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. And the tackle made there by Ian Sexton, and it'll be a first down at the 12-yard line. Dover's tried to keep the defensive line fresh. They have made a lot of substitutions, but yet they have been having a very difficult time in stopping the running game of Akron East.
No, you got to give credit to that offensive line of Akron East.
First and 10 from the Dover 12. The handoff off the left side, and Williams down inside the 5-yard line. And they're not just gaining small chunks of yardage, they're gaining large chunks of yardage on every play.
They're picking up 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 yards. They've been getting good blocking from their fullback. They've been pulling their guards and getting good blocking from them as well.
The handoff to Williams. Williams turns inside. Touchdown, Akron East.
Claude Williams on the carry. Touchdown, Dragons.
You can see on the replay, just got good blocking on the outside. And they will take the ball across the goal line. That's
a little over a 3-minute drive. And they went 80 yards. All on the ground. So Darius Reese is on to try the extra point. And again, the Dragons one short, so they bring somebody in quick.
They've had a hard time, well, both offense and on special teams, getting the right personnel in place.
Good snap. Kick is away, and the kick is good. That makes it 28-18 with 7:17 to go. What a statement drive there by Akron East.
It sure was. And they kept the ball on the ground and kept doing what they've been doing all night. And the Tornadoes just have not been able to slow down that run game. This will be a golden opportunity for the Tornadoes to get a good return on this kickoff. Reese has done a pretty good job kicking tonight, but he's something you don't see very often, and that's a straight-on kicker. And you can tell if you're with the soccer-style kickers, you can get a whole lot more distance and height on kicks and field goals and extra point tries.
So it'll be a kickoff. They need one more player. Up there they come. Now we got the full complement of 11. Fourth game of the year, you'd think they'd have it straightened out. Ball bouncing around, finally picked up by the Tornadoes. Folkert makes a miss once or twice and then carries a horde of Dragons with him out to about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Dover. And Dover's got to make something happen. They cannot afford any 3-and-outs.
No, at this point, with a little over 7 minutes to go, they're just not going to get more than maybe 2 opportunities again.
So Sayre dropping back, 5 wides. Passing game's been pretty well contained by Akron East tonight. And Sayre down back at the 30-yard line for a loss of 8.
Dragons ran a stunt that time with their defensive line, and Trey Kelly made the sack on the play.
2nd and 16. Sayre in trouble again, knocked down back at the 25-yard line. So Dover going the wrong way on this drive, but Akron East knows that Dover's got to throw the football.
Yeah, and they're defensive linemen. They're just pinning their ears back and rushing Sayre.
So it is now 3rd and 23 for the Tornadoes, with 6:09 to go. Dover needs to hit a big play here. To the outside, ball is batted up in the air and caught by the Tornadoes. Popped up into the air off of one receiver and ended up in the hands of another, as Ethan Snyder gets credit for, or Kyler Folkert that actually ended up with the reception, and it'll be 4th down and 9. Can't imagine Dover's going to do anything but go for it here.
We got 5 right there.
I'm not sure if, what are they going to call here? As I think they're going to get maybe procedure against the Tornadoes. Okay, 5-yarder against Akron East. So that's going to make Dover's play call a little better, but it's still 4th down and 4. But it does give them some other options. Now, if Dover could get a break and Akron East would jump off again, that would give them the 1st down.
I think Dover may have jumped that time. Gave it right back.
So they will, and that will make it 4th down and 9. So they'll back it up 5. Not sure why everybody's standing all the way back at the 30-yard line.
Everybody was a little discombobulated on that. The official even stepped it off the wrong way.
So 4th and 9 could be the play of the game here for the Tornadoes. Kind of all or nothing here. Sayre in trouble, and he is not going to get the football away. And Akron East is going to take it over on downs.
Trey Kelly again with the sack. He's been in on 3 sacks on this drive.
So Akron East will get the football with 4:39 to play. Certainly a very good football team, very athletic football team, and matched Dover athlete for athlete.
We certainly have, and you know, with as many Division I signees as they have, or commits, you would expect them to be very athletic.
Devonair Floyd, the tailback, with Davian Blackwell as the fullback. Collins under center. Floyd gets the handoff, gets to the outside, and then is pulled down at about the 28-yard line. And we've got another dragging down. This time it's Darius Reese. And I'm not sure why so many of the Dragon players are getting hurt or injured, but wow, they have had a rash of injuries.
They sure have, and they've been some of their most important players. Darius Reese has been kicking, playing guard, and playing on the defensive line, and done a pretty good job at all those positions tonight.
So they will work on Darius Reese. .425 to play. He's a big fellow. They'll take a couple of them to get him up now. He'll be able to go off under his own power.
He's what,
That's a good sign.
6'2", 270.
So Akron East with the football, 4:25 to go. Looking to run some clock. Akron East doing a good job watching the play clock go down. The handoff to Floyd. Floyd around the corner and knocked out of bounds. But another first down for Akron East.
Picked up about 12 yards on that play. Even though the Dover defense has been running guys in and out, the Dragons have run about 67 plays to this point compared to about 46 for the Tornadoes. So obviously the defense has been on the field a whole lot tonight.
1st and 10 from the 16 for the Akron East Dragons. They lead it 28-18 with 3:56 to go. Claude Williams knocked down after a short gain.
Kane Fulford on the tackle. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Dragons.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8.
At this point, the Dragons are in no hurry.
Yeah, with a 10-point lead, 3:25 to go, and you've got the football deep in the other team's territory. That is a pretty good advantage, and now we get a penalty. I'm not sure there's just so much going on. It's just hard to explain. I can't figure out. So the 5-yard penalty, I don't know if there's some jawing going on down there. It just seems like there's some heated tempers going on. 3:15 to go. 10-point lead for Akron East. Scott Robinson and Jay Younders with you from Crater Stadium. Floyd, and he is going to cruise in from 19 yards out.
That time, you can see right here on the replay, Floyd took the handoff and followed his guard. Nobody touched him for 19 yards.
Well, Darius Reese went off with an injury, but it looks like he is going to come back on and try the extra point. And that one's going to send the crowd to the exits. And the kick is no good.
3 minutes, 10 seconds left. 4th quarter. Akron East 34, Dover 18.
Yeah, it looks like he's limping a little bit, which I'm sure affected the kick.
So with 3:10 to go here, it's 34-18. Akron East leading Dover. So you can guarantee the Tornadoes are going to be firing the football up, even though they're down by 16.
And the Dragons are going to do the same thing they did on that last drive. They're just going to pin their ears back and come after Sayre.
Reese's kick, fielded by Folkert. And Tornadoes will have good field position out at the 42-yard line. Tornadoes have 2 timeouts remaining.
Good return there by Folkert and pretty good field position at the 42, but they're running out of time.
There aren't many teams that come into Crater Stadium and beat the Tornadoes, but tonight Akron East looks like they're going to walk out of here with a victory.
Well, you know, after last season, you know, they were a pretty good team. I think this year's version is even better.
Sayre goes for it down the field. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Tornadoes just haven't been able to hit that pass tonight. Dragons here again, they've been very good in their coverage.
Second down and 10 for the Tornadoes. As they have a lot of points to make up in a short period of time. Pfeiffer makes the catch. Gain of maybe a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down.
Nathan Pfeiffer on the reception. Gain of a yard. 3rd and 9 for Dover.
Sayre comes to the left side, gains some yardage, but it'll still be 4th down.
Here again, the Dragon secondary did a good job covering the Tornado receivers, and Sayre just had nobody to throw the ball to.
Fourth down. And again, confusion reigns supreme. On 4th down to the outside, Folkert's got it, 1st down. 2:14 remaining. Dover on the move. It has not been easy for the Tornadoes tonight. Coming up following the game, we'll be naming our McDonald's Player of the Game for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, at this point, the Tornadoes have only had one play better than 20 yards.
Ethan Snyder gets past the defender, did not step out of bounds, touchdown Dover. So this one is not over yet.
44 yards, touchdown Dover.
Let's take a look on the J&G Grill replay.
Snyder tiptoes down a sideline, made a nice catch and avoided the tackler, and made a nice play. That's, as I just said, that's only their second play longer than 20 yards all night.
So the Tornadoes have to go for 2. How much are they going to show in the playbook here?
Timeout, Akron East.
And Akron East will take another timeout. Akron East just hasn't been able to close the deal, let's face it.
No, they haven't.
They have not. As we talked about, they fade every time we see them. They fade in the 4th quarter.
No, that's exactly what happened to them last year in the playoffs when they lost. They faded late in the game. They're a pretty good football team, but when you have 4 turnovers, you allow teams to hang around, and with a team like Dover, you just can't do that.
So we got a 2-point conversion attempt here. Well, a minute 59 to go. There's a lot of moving parts here. If they don't get the 2-point conversion here, it probably is going to go for naught.
Right.
The pace of the game has just slowed to a snail's pace. The officials have slow to mark the ball, everything.
Dover's going to get called.
Dead ball, procedure, 52, 5-yard penalty, free kick.
So now they're going to go to the full-blown offense, I think, here, probably the 5 wide. And again now, Akron East, I think, has got 12 players on the field. I'm pretty sure. Okay, there goes one off. Now he comes back.
That's been a pretty good bet all night long.
Trips to the right for the Tornadoes. Sayre ready to take the snap. Looks across the middle. Ball is deflected. And it's no good.
Trying to get the ball to Folker coming across the middle.
2-point conversion is no good. 1 minute, 59 seconds.
So minute 59 to go. It's 34-24. Akron East with the lead. Now we're expecting a collision from an onside kick. Another Akron East player struggling to get off the field. It's Ronald Williams. Boy, they have just had so many injuries.
That's the 5th or 6th player now that's had to leave the field.
So the Tornadoes getting ready to try an onside kick here. So Danaher sets up for an onside kick. Akron East has its hands team out there. Big bounce, and the Tornadoes might have touched it. Looks like they're going to give it to the Tornadoes, maybe?
I thought
they touched it before the 10 yards.
It was about the 9 yards. See right here on the replay.
The Dover bench is not arguing about it.
Got exactly the kind of kick they wanted right there.
They touched it, boy, right about the 49.5-yard line.
Just a little short.
So this one, a few more snaps, and it'll be in the books. I'm not sure why Akron East would be devising any strategy but taking a knee here. There's not much Dover can do. There's no sense to burn their remaining 2 timeouts as they're 10 points down. So we get ready to wrap this one up. Floyd is going to take a seat at about the 43-yard line.
Not sure why they were even handing the ball off right there.
2nd and 4.
So 2nd down and 5. And again, the handoff to Floyd. It'll be another 1st down.
On the carry.
And they move the chains, stops the clock momentarily.
First down, Dragons.
One, maybe two more plays here. And it will be a quick wrap up as we'll have our McDonald's MVP and give you some numbers from the ball game.
Akron East takes a knee.
So Akron East will have to snap it one more time, and that'll be it. So the clock winding down. And that will do it. It's the final score, 34-24. Akron East over Dover. We'll be back to wrap it up in a moment. Stay with us here on TV2 Sports.
I think the hands-on aspect is going to give you an opportunity to explore, find out what you're good at, what you like, and you're not going to have mountains of debt. What you're going to have is a marketable skill that even if you don't love it, you can use that to pay to go on to college and get that degree. And we've got a number of students that do that. They're very mature. I think we're a great hands-on exploration base.
Students choose Kent State University at Tuscarawas because of our academic excellence, dedicated faculty, and affordable tuition. Our bachelor's and associate degrees will prepare you for careers including nursing, computer animation, or veterinary technology. Kent State Tuscarawas offers a dynamic campus with state-of-the-art facilities, exceptional student services, and a welcoming environment. Call or visit us online to register for classes and find out more about Kent State Tuscarawas.
Taking the area by storm, Lightning Signs and Decals specializes in custom signs, banners, and t-shirts. Also available are full business packages. Their signs feature large format graphics, channel lettering, and light boxes and custom laser cut form letters. Visit online at lightningsign.com or visit the storefront located at 224 7th Street in New Philadelphia.
Lightning Signs and Decals. We're taking the area by storm. Contact us, 330-440-3129.
It's a new era of emergency medical care at Union Hospital in Dover. Building on a great tradition of care and compassion, our patient care team is offering 21st century medical care in our new state-of-the-art emergency center. And while the large new rooms and patient care technology are wonderful, it's the doctors and nurses who possess the experience and skills that deliver the care and create the experience our patients expect. Quality care close to home.
There you see the final score. The Akron East Dragons defeat the Dover Tornadoes 34-24, handing the Tornadoes their first defeat of the season. Taking a look at the numbers on the ball games, you see something you don't normally see, and that's the fact that the Akron East Dragons turned the ball over 4 times compared to 1 for the Tornadoes, and yet came up with the victory, Jay.
Yeah, and those turnovers is what kept Dover in the football game, as Dover only had 83 yards rushing, and they were 18 of 29 for 217 yards for 300 total. The Dragons, as we expected, rushed for 463 yards. They only threw the football 10 times, had 4 completions for 49 yards and 512 total yards.
So that is a look at our numbers, and that takes us on to our McDonald's MVP. McDonald's with 5 locations to serve you in Dover, Yorksville, Newcomerstown, Cadiz, and New Philadelphia. And from the defensive side of the football, it's Jackson Huntress of the Dover Tornadoes is our McDonald's MVP. So that is going to wrap it up from Crater Stadium in Dover. The Akron East Dragons defeat the Dover Tornadoes 34-24 in the 4th week of high school football action. That is going to wrap it up from Crater Stadium for Jay Yonders and the rest of our TV2 sports team. I'm Scott Robinson saying so long, everybody.
From Tusk BDD is assigned an SSA who works with the person and their families and guardians to develop individualized service plans. The SSAs utilize a discovery and person-centered approach to ensure that the development plans reflect what is important to and for the individual served. Our team of SSAs also partner